times can be tough. Looks like you've taken some hits, but the bones of you are there, just need to touch up your skin. I'll take the core of you, show it to the world. We're no longer young, but I will make you beautiful again. Look at you, darling, how far you've come. There's life in you yet, and your timing in the sun is now, darling. Now you see what I've done, what's possible with love. All the dust, dirt, and dance are gone. Look at you, darling, how far you've come. There's life in you yet, and your time in the sun is now, darling. Dents and bruises are badges of pride, but there's no shame in disguise. We put our best foot forward and the past behind us, and there's no limit how far we go. Look at you, darling, how far you've come. There's life in you yet, and your time in the sun is now, darling.
Well, 7 a.m., tinsel on the tree, tearing off wrapping paper from your new gaming PC. You got AMD Ryzen, you got DDR5, you got a gold-rated power supply, and a fast SSD. You got Steam and Epic and Fit Girl repacks. You've got Da Vinci and Photoshop with half-dodgy cracks. Don't forget, son, who put this on your plate. Me in the factory, your mom in the base. Merry Christmas, boy, may this box bring you joy. I love you, son, on this white Christmas day. I see the twinkle in your eye on that first boot. The colors light up to amaze and delight. On Battlefield 6 you're getting on, but at 200 hertz you couldn't care less. The graphics are high and the RT is bright. Who cares if an 8-year-old beats you at Fortnite? Don't forget, son, who put this on your plate. Me in the factory or mom in the base. Merry Christmas, boy, may this box bring you joy. I love you, son, on this white Christmas day. Christmas gaming under the tree, I remember when that was me, with my Xbox 360. Nothing could tear me from Modern Warfare 2 with my 3KD. Don't forget, son, who put this on your plate? Me in the factory, your mom in the base. Merry Christmas, boy, may this box bring you joy. I love you, son, on this white Christmas day. I wish you love and happiness this cool Christmas day.
When the drivers are gone, Black Ops 11 wouldn't run. You think, what have I done to trust Lisa with my funds? But they turned it around after Steve chewed them out. And now game support is here to stay, but for how long? Advanced marketing disaster. Advanced marketing disaster. Such a shame how far you fall when we see what you offer. The greed got you too, so what am I to do? The devil involved. Well, the devil you know. When G-Force gave us scraps, you gave us everything. Double the memory for no more money, but it's not all rosy, Lee. Because I remember driver pain, that dreaded black screen on my 5700. Advanced marketing disaster. Advanced marketing disaster. Such a shame how far you fall when we see what you offer. The greed got you too, so what am I to do? The devil involved. Oh, the devil you know. You know. Do I take the green, the red, or blue? Or sack it all and do something new? The games are full of sweats with loot boxes everywhere, but there's something pulling me Advanced marketing disaster. Advanced marketing disaster. Such a shame how far you fall when we see what you offer. The greed got you too, so what am I to do? The devil involved. Or the devil you know. You know. Or the devil you know. just empty space there. Every day is the same, can't find the end point of my veins. Tapping on my phone, pretend I'm not alone. What's uncertain is vice, what's good has its price. What's up will come down, what's green will turn brown. But there's you shining away. The turmoil and the terror, the love and embrace the light will fade again. On this sad September scene, you are the vector for my sickness, the vector for my dreams. There's a feeling in my chest, meant for more than just this. There has to be more, and I'll search every last hole. Is it reasonable to think that I'm a special little case, or that one day you'll come back when you see what I become? What's love is lost, what sacrifice is glory. What wins wins forever, and you'll never kill it off. But there's you shining away. The turmoil and the terror, the love and embrace the light will fade again. On this sad September scene, you are the vector for my sickness, the vector for my dreams. But there's you shining away. The turmoil and the terror, the love and embrace the light will shine again. Illuminate the scene, you are the vector for my pleasure, the vector for my dreams, the vector for my dreams, the vector for my dreams.
We do not. Okay. There we go. Great. Working now. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. If people are watching this on replay, this isn't going to be like a normal live stream. We do lots of PC builds. It's going to be packed with value. I've been buying PC parts for years. I buy more PC parts than probably most tech YouTubers that you know. So I do know where the good deals are going to be found. So we're going to focus on USA, and we're also going to focus on UK. Those are my two biggest demographics, but you can still use the principles in today's stream to find good deals, whatever region you're in. And if you see the pinned comment, you'll see that I've got a page on my website. I'll be live updating that with deals, etc., with the links, so you can click on them, and then maybe after the stream you can go through them, see which ones you like, and then pick up whatever you need. So that's going to be what we're doing today. And I'm also going to show you a new meta. If you're building a new gaming PC, there's actually a little secret meta that you could do that might actually be something to consider depending on the type of gamer that you are. So we'll get into that in a bit. So plan is going to be USA deals first, only because that's the majority of my audience is USA. And then we'll go into that meta PC build, and then we'll do the UK stuff after. Don't forget the link is there. And of course, it wouldn't be me if I'm not going to tell you about my website, which is PC36, where you can pick up a gaming PC if you're in the UK. But you guys, I'm sure you build your own PCs, so I don't expect you guys to be buying PCs from me. But if you've got a friend in the UK that wants a good PC that's just going to work, send them over to PC36. We do have some discounts live at the moment. So we've got the Black Friday deal codes, which are going to expire on Monday. And the pricing is still based on my current inventory of RAM. I've got about 9 or 10 kits left at good prices. When those go, the price is going up by a lot. So it's worth looking at. And if it's you that's buying it or a friend, if you say, like, I watched your YouTube stream, could I have my Windows key for free? Just let me know. Great, so let's get into the value. The link will take you to this page. It's just full of placeholders at the moment. But over the course of the stream, I'll be updating this with the links so that you can grab some deals if you want to. So I'm going to have a look and see if we've got any questions in the chat, and then we'll get started. I like the appreciation for the music. That's good. So let's put on a bit of background music quickly. There we go, just something a little bit low in the background, perfect. 32 gig Trident Z5 Neo to 275. Yeah, it is going up rapidly. It's difficult. It's no incel inside t-shirt, unfortunately not. But I did hit a nice workout today, so I've got a pretty good arm pump. And I hope you guys, if you haven't already today, get down to the gym, get a workout in, look after your health. It's not all about PCs, it's about health too. So get some healthy snacks, get some protein, and let's go. Straight to USA. So I've got a couple of different Firefox windows open here. So let's start on Amazon, and we'll also look at Newegg. I don't know a lot about the rest of the US market, so we'll just stick with those two at the moment because they're easy to navigate, aren't they? All right, so hopefully the size of that is legible for you. I'm gonna hide this toolbar if I can. Never show. There we go. So we've got a bit more space. We've got a sub then. Thank you, whoever that was. But yeah. So yeah, OE Agent. It will probably, at the moment, it will be cheaper to buy from me than to build your own because I'm comping you with the low RAM prices. So you know, if somebody wants to buy a PC, buy it now, or wait. Up to you, or overclock your current stuff. So let's do this component by component. I doubt any Ryzen CPUs are going to be on offer, but we'll have a look, shall we? So let's just see what the benchmark is, what America has for their prices of good CPUs. It's cold outside. Well, the gym is inside, so you don't have any excuse. No excuses. Get in, get swole. It'll improve your life. Okay. So the base CPUs, 180 bucks. That's not a particularly good price for a 7600, I don't think. I would, if I was in America. Oh, you're in Hawaii. Well, yeah, my PCs won't survive to Hawaii. So Ryzen 5 7600 is like the base really, but I wouldn't advise getting this at $180 if you're in the US. I think that's too much. I think you're better off getting the Ryzen 5 7500F from AliExpress. So that would be my recommendation if you're just trying to get on AM5. I wonder if the 9600 is cheaper. Okay, so the 9600 is like basically the same price. So if you're going to get one of them, you may as well get the 9600, right? Because it's basically the same price. And really, I doubt any Ryzen CPU is going to be on offer at all. Next one in the stack that I'd consider is a 7800X3D, and it's not in any Black Friday deals. That's way too much for a 7800X3D. I mean, you're a stone's throw away from a 9800X3D here, so I think that's not a good buy. So Ryzen CPUs are not on offer, but Intel CPUs might be. You are still going to run into the problems with RAM, but you might be able to get something good on Intel. It depends what the price is. So should we have a look? So 265K is generally a pretty sweet point to be at. It looks like they've sold out actually. These in the UK, they're a good price at the moment, so I'm not surprised. So I wonder what price it was. Let's see what the camel has to say about it. So $245 is pretty dang nice for a 265K, and with the Intel Holiday Bundle, you will get a free game as well. So yeah, we'll have JVAC. We're going to have a look on Newegg in a bit actually. So I'll let you know. That's not a particularly good deal. You're much better off with the Ryzen than that one. So what about the 285K is usually way overpriced. That's stupid. I mean, it is a good discount. So if you're a workstation user, you do a lot of video editing, things like that. The 285, that's actually pretty good. It's not a bargain, but it's pretty decent. And then you'd have to get a motherboard to go with it. So CPU is a bit of a wash. You're not going to get that many good deals on CPUs. But what you are going to get fantastic deals on, I'm sure, is AIO liquid coolers. So I imagine the same companies are probably doing the same stuff in the UK and the US. So that's pretty nice. If you wanted an RGB screen, I'm not sure I like the look of that cooler very much. I'm just going to open these in new tabs and we can have a look. 12900KF for €200 is good, and user, that's a weird username. That is actually pretty good, and we'll be getting onto that later, the 12th gen Intel, because it's an interesting proposition. So none of these so far are jumping out at me, but let's see if they have the same deal here that they do in the UK. So let's see. Yeah, so it's basically the same deal because it's about 45 quid in the UK. So this is a really nice looking cooler. Really nice. So for 55 bucks, you're going to be laughing there. Tell you what, I do have a PC that we've built with the white version, so I can actually show you that. Let me just open up the website a minute. Actually, I'll just do it here, can't I? So I just listed this one yesterday with the MSI Mag Pano. I'll try to find a one with, yeah, so the AIO pump head is really nice. It's a really classy looking cooler, so I would recommend this one. So if you're looking for a cooler, and they also do a 360 version for a good price as well. So that comes highly recommended. So I'm going to add this to a little notepad, and then once I've gone through all of Amazon US, I'm going to update the list with all the deals on it, so you don't have to remember. If you like the look of it, it will end up on the deals page soon. And then there's the 360 version is also a good price. I just picked one up yesterday myself actually. 64 bucks in the US. That is a cracking price for a really nice cooler. Is the stream randomly buffering? I don't have any dropped frames on my side, so hopefully it's okay. So that these are like the standout cooler deals that I've been able to find, is the FX360 and the FX240. So if you're looking for a CPU cooler upgrade, you will definitely get a good price here. And there are some Thermalright tower coolers on offer, I think. So we do have that Thermalright one with the screen, but it's a Diddy screen. I mean, if you want a screen with just a little temperature thing on it, I don't think you're getting a better deal than this Thermalright. But the software isn't the best. The software is not the best for that one, but I'll put that in my list, and we'll update that as well if that's something that you want. I wonder if the Grand Vision is on offer, because that one is quite a nice one actually. Really good cooler as well as having the screen on it. So it's not on offer, so you'll be paying regular price for that, which is fairly high. So let's have a look for air coolers then. So it doesn't look like there's too many. Maybe they call it an air cooler rather than a tower cooler. Yeah, this is quite a nice cooler, but it's not on offer, but it's pretty good. Yeah, there's not as many here as there are in the UK store actually. But there are some that are good prices. They're not really discounted. I mean, Tanmay, I don't know if it's buffering or not. I mean, if somebody else says it is, then it is. But on my end, everything looks fine on OBS. Okay, so maybe if we just put CPU air cooler. So that's a good price, 18 bucks for a Cooler Master Hyper 212, but it's not a deal price. Now that's a good price. I mean, it's always cheap, but that is a good price. Oh, thanks, Troy. Appreciate that. So, I think if you just want a basic tower cooler that's going to work on your Ryzen 5s and your Ryzen 7800X 3Ds, this is all you're going to need. This will do the job. 9800X 3D, you're pushing it. You work, but you're pushing it. CPU coolers are so cheap now. So we will add that to our list as well. But I don't think we're going to find much else after. It's going to be really hard to beat those deals. I mean, you could get a Cooler Master like this for a similar price to the ID cooling, but I don't think it looks as good. I think the ID cooling looks really classy. This one, look, it just looks really Cooler Master. Do you know what I mean? It's just a little bit blocky and not so great. Whoa, A620 Pro SE. What's that? A620 Pro SE. Oh right, I thought it was a motherboard you were talking about. I mean, that's pretty good. 30 bucks for a decent looking cooler. I think the Aqua Elite is always that price, but I think the ID cooling looks nicer. I mean, it's excellent pricing, but I think, for me, I think that the ID cooling ones look nicer. But these are still, yeah. And the FX360 is, yes, another ID cooling, so pretty good. So not looking too bad. In terms of motherboards, generally, they're not that good this year. So we'll see. But we can have a look through some of the common chipsets. So is that a deal? It's probably about the normal price, to be honest. And it's a little bit of a, well, maybe you've got like 5 or 10 bucks off. So this is pretty decent. Honestly, this is all you need for any Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 7. I'm pretty sure it's got 8-stage VRM. And you're going to be absolutely fine with it. You don't need a fancy board. And especially with RAM prices being high, what is the point of getting a posh motherboard? There isn't any point. So I'm going to add that one to the list, just because it's decent value. There's a Aorus Elite AX V2, hopefully we'll see in a minute. Yeah. AK620 versus AG620, which one do you prefer? I don't know. They're both just tower coolers, aren't they? Deep Cooler got some good pricing in the UK from my distributors, but you can't get them retail very well for some reason. All right, so let's see. So JVAP says, oh, it's on Newegg. So we'll see that in a bit. We'll go over to Newegg in a minute. But there's not that many good deals here on B650s. B850. I'm not touching a ROG Strix board to save my life, just my preference. Yeah, so none of these are particularly good. I mean, that's an all right price. I mean, that's an all right price. This is a very, very robust motherboard. You throw anything into this and you'll be absolutely fine. It's rock solid. So I will add it to the list. It's not a spectacular price, but it's good. It's very, very good. So yeah. What else have we got? So that's not that good a deal. There are other B850s that are going to be a better price than that, I'm sure. For a whiteboard, this is pretty good. Eagle Wi-Fi 7. That's Intel. We're not bothering with X boards. They're completely pointless for 99% of people. So we won't bother looking for any of those. So, you know, it's looking a little bit thin. But if you want a whiteboard, then that would be a decent pick. So we'll add that to the list as well. So what comes after motherboard is memory. So you're not going to find a good price on memory. I mean, you're just not. It's not going to happen. So you need to try and save as much money elsewhere in your build as you can to accommodate for that, essentially. This is a similar story in the UK. This is about the same price as we have. It's awful, awful. These were like $100, $120, not that long ago. So yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? That's the price now. Either don't build it or buy it. So I'm going to put the link in. I don't think it's a deal, but I'm putting it in. But yeah, I mean, there's also the rip jaws here. That's slightly cheaper actually. So why don't we do that? Dude, the DDR5 is off the chain. It's absolutely off the chain. Like 300 is now like a standard mainstream kit price. It's crazy. Okay, so storage is next. If you guys were on our streams before, you would have seen that we picked up some amazing deals on storage. The storage deals, guys, they're going away. So you should have bought it when I said. There's going to be so many of these. I was only 51 actually in the deals. I've seen the Sapphire motherboard. It's going to be it's going to be an X870, so I'm not interested. It's pointless. AMD, why get an X board on AMD? Completely pointless. There's going to be about one person in 1,000 that actually uses the features on that board, so it's completely pointless. So these aren't particularly good pricing, is it? Jesus. US, you guys are a bit screwed on your SSD pricing. Yeah, this is bad, and it's not really picking up the right. It's not really picking up the correct bits, is it? I wonder if we can just go to the deals hub and find it that way instead. This menu doesn't always work though, that's why I didn't go for it to start with. Yeah, it's not very good for actually like sorting through stuff. Okay, so maybe we put in 1 terabyte SSD instead. That might capture a bit more, and then we might be able to just sort it by what connector it uses. That's not very helpful, is it? Yeah, Amazon's not actually that easy to search through, is it? So P310 is basic, but that'll do the job. It's not a terrible price. It's not great. Bywin's an interesting brand. They are the OEM for Acer. So that's interesting-ish, I suppose. Yeah, guys, I did say the pricing was going to go up on these SSDs, and it has. The T500, that's a really reliable, solid drive. That's okay. It's still not a good price. Acer Predators. So actually the Acer Predators are a good price in the UK. We can have a look at those. A pallet load of 1060's got it. Okay, so they're not quite as good price as they are in the UK, I don't think. We'll get onto the Acer Predator SSDs in a bit when we get to UK, but the T500 is a really solid SSD, so that'll be good. And then what have we got in the 2 terabyte realm? There doesn't seem to be too many deals, does there? I mean, none of this seems particularly enticing. See if there's anything that's actually discounted. I doubt it. Yeah, I've got some buy-win stuff and it worked, so I can't be too annoyed. And if they're either distributing for Acer or they're doing something for them or OEMing for them or something, so they have got some legitimacy. It's not quite like the other brands. So this is crap. Almost honestly, Amazon is not an easy place to shop if you're not using PC Part Picker. Okay, so maybe if we just make it M.2, maybe that will help us. Go to Amazon warehouse and steal the DD. Well, please don't, because there's probably a lot of my orders still coming through from there. So 2 terabytes, you're not in the best way. This is like a standard price. It's not great. You could that's probably slightly better. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Yeah, US guys on Amazon, you haven't got very good deals on your DDR, have you? Okay, so P310, yeah, I mean the T5. This is a really nice drive, the T500. I think this has DRAM, or at the very least it will have a memory buffer. So it's really solid. I use it for my testing SSD and it works great. 99 Evo Plus has not got DRAM, but it's got HMB and it's pretty quick. This is slightly cheaper. I don't really know much about Corsair SSDs. I've never really used them, so I don't know. It is QLC, so not quite as good, but what are you going to do? But it's still good. It's going to do the job for your gaming, honestly. So, I mean, for 2 terabytes, that's probably looking like our best price at the moment. This is pretty good for 1 terabyte. This might be my pick. I mean, you're going to have to wait for the delivery, but the MSI is a quite good price at the moment. So I'm going to put a few of these into our list, and then for guys that are new to the stream, we do have the link in the pinned comment. But we're gonna do all of US, and then I'm gonna update the page, and then we'll talk about a new meta to try and save some money, and then after that we're gonna go over to the UK side on UK Amazon and a few other shops to see what we can find there, because those are the two biggest audiences on my channel, is US and UK. So. All right, so we've got a 1 terabyte there, so we'll pop that one in our list to add later. I think that this is going to be fine for games. It's going to be no problem. And then if you want something a bit more premium, then get the T500. But we're going to look at a Newegg as well, so there might be some better deals there. And then for your 2 terabyte, I think this will be fine for games. It's not the best drive, but the pricing makes it all right. Yeah, we will be looking at Newegg after this. I think Newegg have got the better deals compared to Amazon, I think. But Amazon UK actually has some good pricing, so there'll be a bit more to see there, which is good. So we've looked through all of this. I mean, this is a nice drive. I'd say it's probably not worth it over the Corsair one that we've already picked, so I'm not going to put it in the list, but it is one that's there if you want it. The P310, I'd probably take the MSI over this one, just because the low-end Crucials I've never had particularly good experiences with. The mid-range and high-end are great. So after storage comes graphics, which is a little bit more interesting. So let's see what they've got on some of the common SKUs that people go for. So Arc B570 is slept on. It's actually a pretty decent GPU, but it never goes on offer. And doesn't seem to be any different here. And I don't think Amazon's that great for B570, so I don't think we're going to find particularly anything here. So what about Arc B580? Sometimes they have these on offer, but $250 is not a bad price for that. It's not a deal, but it's not bad. And we might find something a little bit cheaper at Newegg as well. So we've still got Newegg to look at. So I'll put this in our list of GPUs so far, but we've still got quite a few to look through. So the next one up that people usually are interested in, the RTX 5060, which I don't think is an excellent GPU, to be honest. It's not that great, but it works for some people. So what are you going to do? So those are all just PCs. So let's just see what the regular pricing is. None of this is looking very nice, is it, guys? I think this is too much money for a 5060. 279 is the cheapest one. Well, yeah, we will be looking at the 9060 XT16 in a minute. Probably one of the metas, isn't it, at the moment? So really, there's no good deals on 5060s. I'm not even going to put them in my list, because 280 for a 5060 is way too much money. I think you're wasting your time there. So let's go for the 9060 XT 16 gig and see what we can find. So 369, this looks like a lot, because I think this is slightly above the recommended retail price, but it's white. And if you ever tried to build, yeah, Tanmei's right, Amazon search is not great. So we will look at Newegg, and we'll also do a quick scan of US PC Part Picker as well. So if you wanted a white 9060 XT, this is an okay price. It's an okay price. It's not fantastic, but it is white. So I'm going to put it in the list. But I'm not saying that this is a bargain by any means. There was a really good priced one in the UK, which has sold out, unfortunately. But we'll look at it anyway, but it was sold out. So the rest of these, so they all seem to be around that 369 mark, don't they? Oh, there's a Reaper there for 350. And you don't need a lot of cooling for a 9060 XT16, so yeah. Amazon search is honestly dreadful, isn't it? It's terrible. Hopefully Newegg is a little bit better. So it really looks like this is the best price on Amazon at the moment, and it's quite a long time to wait. I'll put it in the list, but I don't think this is a fantastic price. You'd want that closer to 330. So what about 5060 Ti? So I'm not even gonna bother looking at if it comes up, I'll look at the 8 gig, but I don't think it's a great buy. So 429, that's not very good, is it? I'm not particularly interested in these guys. Yeah, so JVAP is right, 350 seems to be the cheapest. It's a bit of a shame. You'd want that down at 330 ideally, wouldn't you? But I guess because it's 16 gig, maybe they're seeing something that we're not. So really, I think 5060 Ti is a wash, so I'm not going to add that to my list from Amazon anyway. What about 5070s have been good price in the UK, so let's see what you guys have got. 527, it's not that great, really, is it? No, that should be lower. None of this is particularly good either. So this one is probably going to be slightly louder than the other 5070s, but it's not too bad. I will add that to the list. The 5070 is still pretty capable. I don't think I'd be buying a 5060 Ti. It's so close to this price that I think you'd be a fool. The Shadow was the cheapest one that I've seen in US Amazon and on UK Amazon actually, Because UK it's £450, so it's kind of, it translates, doesn't it? Because ours includes tax as well, don't forget. So yeah, it's a bit of a wash. Only the Shadow is a good price. Okay, 5070 Ti. Now I don't know what these normally go for in the US, but that seems like an alright price because they're around 675 to 700 in the UK for the lower models. So it seems like it's in the ballpark. So I will add it. I'm not always the biggest fan of the MSI cards with the thin cooler, and they sometimes don't do well. I think they've got better in the past few years, but it wouldn't be my first choice. But if it's quite a big saving to be made, then it's probably worth it. But you've got another $40 and you're going to get the Prime, which is a really nice card. So those are your choices. That's so 7. Ooh, I really rate Wind Force. That's a used very good. You know what? If you buy this, guys, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get a box with a brick in it. So let's go buy new. And then I think this is actually the best, probably the best 5070 Ti deal. Just a clean design, inoffensive, and I always find the Wind Force to be really good. So I think you'll be fine. Yeah, so Amazon Warehouse will be good in a few weeks, won't it? So I think that Wind Force is the one, isn't it? I think. So Tonyverse, we did look at a kit earlier in the US, which I'll update on the link in the pinned comment once we've gone through all the US deals. There was a G Skill for $300 that fits your price range. So I'll, if you hang on the stream for like 20 minutes, it'll be in the list. Okay, what about, so 5080s have actually been on sale in the UK, so I don't know what they're like here. Dude, Wind Force, again. I mean, I'm not saying that the 5080 is good value in general, but it does seem to be the one that is bringing the value. So Gigabyte obviously on a bit of a, I mean, again, this isn't like, it's not a Black Friday deal. It's just, this is like, this is the RRP, isn't it? This is the recommended retail price. Cool. Now cases. Now PC cases often are discounted for Black Friday because they use up a lot of warehouse space and they just want to get rid of them. So there's probably going to be loads. So let's have a look and see if anything catches my eye. I mean, none of these are particularly bad, but that's not an outstanding price, is it? These are okay. I'm going to try and avoid these chintzy kind of rubbish cases that, like these Musatex, and see if there's anything else that's any good here. See, that doesn't look too bad. 59 for a Gamdius. Oh, that's quite a nice looking case as well, if it comes with the fans. See, is that the, so this Mag Pano is £60 in the UK, so I'm wondering why it's not discounted very well, because this is going to be one of our UK deals. So I'm not particularly, yeah, guys, the US hasn't got very good Prime deals on their Black Friday, have they? These are all a bit uninspired. I can't say I'm particularly impressed. So it looks like that's the end of all the case deals, doesn't it? The algorithm's pushing me into other things now. Oh, I don't know, guys. It doesn't look. This is okay. It does. It'll get the job done. Does it come with? Does it come with fans? And are those fans reverse bladed? I can't tell. Is there a picture? Let's have a look. Those look reverse bladed to me. Although actually, from that, the blades look the same. They must have rendered this because They've made it look reverse blade on both sides. That's got to be a render. So I don't know. I mean, it depends if those are reverse blade, doesn't it? It's quite hard to like. Amazon isn't very user friendly for like computer parts, is it? It doesn't really tell you the spec very well. So that's one to consider. We'll have to do a little bit of research to see if. Yeah, Void. I think the Americans on Amazon are not doing particularly well. I think this looks like a. We don't have this in the UK. That looks really tasty. Guys, I think this looks really classy. If they sell these in the UK, I might get one. Does it come with the fans? I mean, even if it doesn't, it's still a good price. But usually Aero Cool, they come with the fans. I think that's pretty tasty. I'll put it in the list. And 47 bucko, you're doing all right there. I think that looks really good. It's got a bit of a fractal look about it, hasn't it? Yeah, all right. So that's a good deal. That was GPU from earlier as well. So cases, I mean, there's not a lot, is there? And then power supplies. I think Corsair have got deals on at the moment. So have a look at an RM850. Ooh, that's okay. $100 for a decent MSI. Oh, that's even better. Pure Power 13. Thermal take time. Well, if you're needing to save money to get the RAM, then you can make that compromise. That's up to you. Okay. What about, so if you want a more budget system, sometimes those A650s are off. Yeah, so that's a pretty good like PSU, isn't it? Just to get you by. I don't think Montech sell a lot on Amazon, do they? So in the UK, we've got the Century 2s for £75, so I've bought a bunch of those. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. Now that's this is unbeatable. This is unbeatable. This is. You're not going to get better than that, are you? Realistically. Yeah. That's stunning. It's actually sold by Newegg as well. Newegg business. It's funny. So maybe it's even cheaper on Newegg. I don't know, but that's a pretty stunning price. I think that's going to be your pick, and then if you save more money, you can get that. But it's a shame because the price is so close on that Century 2. You might just want to get it so you can keep it forever. So I've used the Century 2s, loads of them, and they're pretty decent. So I think you're going to be happy with them. All right, well, let's quickly head over to Newegg, see what they've got. I'm pretty sure Newegg, they're going to be a lot more easy to navigate, aren't they? So there's 1,000 here. I think, let's just do it by... Oh, Newegg's site is so much easier, man. We don't really have Newegg in the UK properly. Oh, this is going to be way easier. Okay. Okay. 479. I thought it said 379. I was about to start glazing this for being an amazing deal. Okay, so is that a good price? It's all right. It's not great. This is not a good price. That's a very poor price actually. Even with the 10 bucko off, and then oh guys, this isn't very good on the CPU. Best Buy has a do you know what? If Tanmei's correct there, you want to let's just have a quick scan for that. Let's have a look. So what is it? It's Best Buy Crucial DDR5. Yeah, you're not beating that price. Buy it. If you're building a PC, buy this before it's gone. These sticks are nice as well. We use them all the time. I think you just, if you're going to build a PC in the US, I don't think you're beating this price. I don't even have an affiliate link for it, so I'm not going to make any money on it. But that's, I mean, it's not good, but that's going to be your best one. I would just buy it now before it goes out of stock. Yeah, I think that's your buy. And the thing is, Tonyverse, say you find a better price, just return this anyway. It doesn't matter. You can get you can get it shipped by December 3rd. Just get that. Don't get it in the store, because if they miscounted their inventory, you're not going to get it. Get it shipped. Get it shipped. Cool. So back to Newegg. No, these. Ooh, 60 off the 265 KF. Not too bad. Not too bad. But none of these are particularly enticing on Newegg. I'm not very impressed with the CPUs, so I think I'm going to swerve those. Now this could be interesting. $60 off. So this makes this $239. That is a good price for this CPU. The only thing is you won't have the quick sync because of the F. So if you need the quick sync, then it's not going to be very useful for you. I wonder if that one has so that one has 50 off. So if you need the quick sync, you could get the non-F version. This is not a bad price at all, and you get the Intel Holiday Bundle with it. So don't forget, you could get Battlefield 6 for free. So that's like a 50 quid game. So to add the promo to this, let's say you got the KF, so you get this down to $240, and then you get Battlefield 6. So effectively, you're paying $190 for a pretty decent CPU. Jack, is it all right for the RAM to not be on the motherboard's QVL? Yes, because the motherboard QVL is tiny. It doesn't have everything on it. So I haven't looked at a QVL in years. So just get it. You can always return it if it doesn't work. Especially DDR5's compatibility is very good. DDR4, it was a bit more tricky, but DDR5, I think it's got error checking built in now, so they're generally a lot more compatible. I haven't had half as many problems with DDR5 that I did with DDR4. So CPU, this is the best deal on Newegg. It's the 265KF with the $60 off, and then the Intel Holiday Bundle. That's pretty tasty. That's pretty tasty. So I'll add this to the list. You will lose the upgradability that you get with a Ryzen platform. So that's something to bear in mind. But if you get a lower RAM kit, you have the better memory controller to overclock it. So how you want to balance that up, that's up to you. Okay, so 480 minus 25 is like that's 455. That's just a standard price for a 9800X3D. Yeah, so Tammy, like we were saying, you could use the regular K version is only $10 more, so you could just get that. If you wanted the quick sync. It's quite nice to have, not gonna lie. Especially just even if your GPU breaks, right? The 850 Asus stuff comes with 16 gig RAM that's pretty good if that's one we can find. That's cheeky. You can't write Black Friday deal on RAM. That is real cheeky. All right, so what we're looking at, 32 gigabytes for $410. Oh, what's this? This is DDR4. That looks like, is that DDR4? Yeah, it's DDR4. All right, fine. So, but we will come back to DDR4 later. That is, you can't call these deals, guys. Come on. We need to find a Motherboard, CPU, memory combo. That looks like an AM4 board. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so you don't want that. DDR3. God, they've got some backstock, haven't they? Oh my god, dude, these. Oh my god. If I was building a workstation for somebody now, I'd definitely stick on DDR4 because that's disgusting. Okay, so Newegg is an absolute wash for memory. Absolutely nothing good there. So bye-bye. Yeah, Tanmay is they are selling they're doing the bundles like they used to do with the GPUs. Do you remember that? Hey, that's not bad. That's a good price on a motherboard. We'll have a look for bundles in a minute. That's pretty nice, 130 bucko. Newegg is such a better site to get around than Amazon, isn't it? Pro RS Wi-Fi, pretty nice micro ATX. That's good. There we go. Oh, it's a B550, so that's not what we want. Okay. We're ignoring any X boards because they're pointless. Z790. Is that AYW with 3600 speed RAM? Oh, that actually doesn't look too bad if you're on a different platform. Yeah, so JVAP's got it. You know, 265K. You don't even need a Z board if you're if you're not gonna get good RAM. What's the point of having the Z board? Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we'll have a look at bundles in a minute. Yeah, not much else that's particularly exciting here. Okay, so should we type? Let's put in motherboard bundle. Okay, well, why don't we put motherboard bundle DDR5? That doesn't look like it comes with memory. X870p and Team Group. Okay, have a look at that. I'm just going to look at them all and open them all. Just typing bundle. All right. Thanks for the tips, by the way. Oh! Okay. So you could just build your own AMD combo saving. Oh my god. Oh, it is a 9800 X3D. This is what they do. They put the expensive motherboards in that you don't need as well. Yeah, exactly. Well, let's have a look at this one. That doesn't look too bad, does it? So 265K Z890 gaming plus Wi-Fi. Let's see if we can build our own that's a bit better. So let's say you wanted like a decently up to date $414 for a 7800 X3D. Are they on crack? Where's the $25 off with code? Should we just get? Let's go for a high-end bundle then, and then you need motherboard, and then we just want to. We just sort it by lowest price, or is it already sorted by lowest price? It doesn't look like it's already sorted by lowest price. I don't really care what brand it is either. Well, that's pretty good. V650 Gaming Plus will be fine. Well, and then memory. So, oh yeah, you do get a little money off here, don't you? Okay, so 409, 409. I'm just gonna get the cheapest one. 406. That's currently the cheapest one. 394. 6036. Okay, there you go. So what you're getting? Oh, but it's all right. This is probably going to be the easiest way to get it if you're building a. Yeah. So I think, yeah, and you could save more money by obviously bundling more stuff. So this is pretty cool. So what about Intel though? What kind of bundle could we put together for that? Because that seems like it might be more of a meta actually. So let's see, 265K. But it's $60 off this one. Let's go for max value. If it was my PC, I would pay more for the integrated graphics to be included. But okay, so motherboards. Who's got the cheapest? 149. 139. That's a DS3H though, not the best. ASRock. Ooh, live mixer. I like those. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hang on. We might be cooking here, guys. Let's have a look. But the live mixer's a nice board. I mean, it depends if you want to overclock, right? That's going to be the difference here. I'm guessing all these RAM kits are the same as the previous ones. I'll go and have a look for that Asus one then. So, which one did you say it was? The Z890A? I'd just stick with the live mixer. I mean, in these times, you need to save as much money as possible. So how much is that? 675. So it's 2/3 of the price of the AMD one. I mean, it will be slower, but it's not like earth-shatteringly slower. Yeah, well, the other thing is you could get a cheap kit for the AMD with the 3D cache, because with the big cache, sometimes you get away with cheaper RAM, and you can try and tune it yourself. RAM is expensive in the bundle menu. Generally, you just buy the RAM elsewhere. Oh, fair enough. I mean, this comes down to about 300, so, you know, yeah, you're not getting huge discounts here, but you would just get this RAM, wouldn't you? Because it still comes out cheaper. I don't think you're getting there might be a slightly better price than this, but the Best Buy Crucial Pro overclocking, I bet you could get this down to C32 if you want to do some tweaking. I bet you could. Because it's got heatsink on both sides, so you probably will get that down to 32 at least. All right then, what's next? We'll come out of the bundles, mate. So I think for boards, this is pretty solid AM5 board, so we'll put that in. We got Z890A gaming Wi-Fi 265K. Does it come as a pre-made bundle, or do you have to make it yourself? $189, yeah. That's in the menu. Okay. So that was 687, and ours was about 670 something, wasn't it? So probably this is pretty good. Either way, you're not saving huge amounts of money. It's more that kind of bundle thing is more about access, isn't it? So this is also, I mean, this is all you need. It's eight power phases. You're going to be fine. You put your 9800X 3D in this, it's gonna be fine as long as you update the BIOS. You're gonna have no problems with this. Micro ATX system, Bosch, Wi-Fi included. That's pretty good. I can't knock it. I think that's actually not a bad price at all. It's from Asus though. Oh, okay. Well, either way, you can play around with it and sort that out. So what's this? So Z790 AYW Wi-Fi with Montec 360 cooler and 32 gigs DDR4. Well, you might be able to do better than that yourself. I don't want that Gunja case. Okay. Beats, we're not building any PCs today, we're just doing some pricing stuff. We will do more PC building streams in the future though. Is there a reason to buy a mini PC other than people doing work on the move? Well, no, it's just preference usually. The other thing is if you've got a small desk as well, you don't want to put a huge, massive like fish tank on your desk. That's the other reason, right? Yeah. Okay. Right, GPUs. Lakaka, thanks for joining. All right. That seems like a decent price. 600 for a 9070 XT. I'll open that up. That's similar to what we had on Amazon, isn't it? But it is a Prime, so it's a bit nicer. Is that the 16 or the 8? Let's have a look. That's a 16. Still a bit much though, isn't it? That's okay. Not filling me with confidence. These aren't particularly good prices. They're okay, but they're not great. Not really, it's just a Logitech G815 TKL. It's just, I don't like the big chunky keys that you get on most gaming keyboards, so I just wanted one with sort of lower profile keys, much easier for typing. 100% worth it. I've got two of these, one for my PC and one for testing. Rock solid, had it for about 5 years. It's great. I'll have a look, because keyboards sometimes are on good offer, so have a look in a minute. Oh, dude, not the best pricing on GPUs anywhere really in the US. I mean, you got the same sort of deal on the ASRock B580. Not especially excited about any of this, really. So what were our deals here? 9070 XT for 600. I think that's the RRP, isn't it? That's the recommended retail price. So, I mean, that's fine. We've done the 9060, 9070 XTs. They're really popular now. People never used to buy Radeon. They never wanted it. I'd suggest it to them. They'd never ever want it. Now, everyone's asking for 9070 XTs. Something's changed. I think it's the VRAM. And people doing a bit more research. I mean, this is an okay price. It's not fantastic. It's quite a lot of money. But the primes are nice. They do run really well. And again, that's your 9060 XT, same as Amazon. So GPUs is a bit of a wash. What about cases? Is that a deal? Fractal North for 110? I don't think that's much of a deal. Gross. Do people like these? I hate curved glass on PC cases. I think it's awful. Ugh. I'll not be getting one of those. 3500X is a pretty nice case. I mean, it's not a stunning price, but it's decent. Worth looking at. Now, that is heavily discounted. We'll have a look at that. That's a solid case. Not an amazing price, but it's still a solid case. That's a nice price. They definitely got the better case deals on Newegg. Okay. And that comes with a 1000 watt unit. Well, that's not bad if you need a 1000 watt, isn't it? I'm trying to find something that really catches my eye. I mean, this is a nice case, the Leon A3, but that's not much of a discount. See. What about the Vector V100? It's like one of my favourites at the moment. Of course, their cases are generally pretty well made, actually, I think. They're just not very exciting. Oh, I didn't call it a Vector, they just call it the V100 here. Guys, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. That's a nice case. 3 reverse fans, 1 fan there, 360 cooler supporting the top. This is good. That's a case that you could use forever. And I'll put that in. So Falkenstein says, should he get 5060 Ti or 9060 XT? If you're doing any kind of AI or Blender, you need an NVIDIA card, my friend. You need the CUDA. So I would get the NVIDIA. If you're a pure gamer, Radeon, but for that kind of stuff, especially AI, you really want to get an NVIDIA. So 3500X, not too bad. I think that's a good price. It's a nice looking case. We'll put that in. Again, not an affiliate link, but hey, it's all just for the fun. Now this could be really nice. This could be really nice. If you like this style, it's quite wide and squat, but that's a fab deal. $50, and it's a well-made case as well. All these cases will be good for airflow. I will tell you that the build quality on this is really good. I built one the other day with the Frame 4000D. It's nice. It's nice. I wonder if Amazon have that actually. Because then if you click it, I'll get affiliate. It was at 89. What is it? A Newegg. 89. So I'll put in the affiliate link instead. But I mean, it's not a banging deal, but it's pretty good. It's a good case. You're not going to have any problems with it. Now that is a bargain, I think. for a basic but nice looking case. It is micro ATX, but we had some micro ATX deals. Is it going to be the best build quality? Absolutely not. Is it going to give you what you need with good airflow? Yes. So it's 49 there, and what was it on Newegg? 39, so that's definitely the better deal. So put the Newegg link in. We'll be updating the list in a minute. Okay. So A3, if you want it, it's slightly reduced. It's not really that reduced though. It's a fairly standard price. All right, well, we'll quickly scan through some PSU deals. That's pretty good. If you didn't want to get that Sentry 2, that's a good choice. I doubt we're going to beat that Montech Sentry 2 though. So this was the same price on Amazon, so I'll leave the Amazon link in there. But this is going to be your best deal on a good power supply for sure. Montech, I think Montech started with cases actually, Tonyverse. So yeah, Montech do sell lots of cases. Okay, we saw the ID cooling stuff on Amazon before, so I don't know if we're going to be able to beat that, to be honest. It doesn't look like it. On Newegg. Yeah, so we'll swerve that. All right, so that brings us to the end of the US section, and we'll have a look at UK in a minute. The UK bit will be a lot quicker because I'm much faster at knowing where to look. Yeah, but yeah, Falkenstein, you really don't want to get a Radeon card if you're doing any kind of AI stuff. Honestly, you really don't. So yeah. All right, so before we go into the UK stuff, I'm just going to update the website page with all the links on it. And then we'll talk about a little meta that we can use to save some money if the RAM is really making it so that you can't afford it. We'll have a little meta. So give me just a couple of minutes just to update this page, and then we'll move on to UK. So I'm just adding these in. So scroll down to US CPU deals. So this is a Ultra 7265 KF, and then we'll just put in these CPU coolers. I'll put in the Mobos. So they only take a couple of minutes, guys, and then we'll be on to the new meta. And if anyone in the chat is looking to build a new PC, let me know your intended use for the PC and your budget, and we'll see if we can part together something for you that's hopefully going to try and offset some of this increased RAM cost. Just pasting in the last few links here, guys. Bear with me. But yeah, if you are building a PC, let me know. Let's get you the best pricing. And let me know what region you're in as well. Okay, nearly there. Just putting in some case deals. And then actually very quickly, I did forget, we'll just see if they still sell this one actually. It looks like they changed it to the G915 or the G515. Okay, so that must be the updated version. All right, so I've updated the website now. The low profile, it's the tactile brown switches that are really nice for typing, in my opinion. So that's the TKL. Do they have the one that's got the number pad on it? Because I use the number pad all the time. So we'll open that one, and then if not, then we'll have to get the G915. Yeah, nice, Falkenstein. That's good, mate. That sounds like a good little build you got going on there. Yeah, you'll be all right with that. And then the only mouse I ever really recommend for people that are serious about gaming is this is like the minimum standard, in my opinion. G Pro Superlight. And that's not a bad price. I think it's been lower, but it's okay. So it's pretty good. So that would be nice if you like a 10 keyless. That's a nice keyboard. But if you need the number pad, then the closest one I can find, you might be able to do a little bit more shopping around and find a G815 if they still make them. But these are all pretty good. So we'll paste these in. I'm not going to look at monitors today. I know a bit about monitors, but I'm not as good as my other bits. So yeah. Okay. Right. So we've had a look at US. Let's just close all this down. We'll leave one tab open. Then we'll go UK. So let's see if we can create a new meta in PC building, right? By resurrecting an old platform. Because I think it can be done. Razer V4 Pro, I don't even know what that is. What's that? Razer V4 Pro. Keyboard. I don't know that much about keyboards, but what I do know is you don't need to spend that much on a keyboard realistically. I mean, if you're competitive, sure, but if you're going to spend on a keyboard and mouse, put pretty much all the money into the mouse first, because it's much more important. Right, okay, and then let's say we didn't want to do some overclocking. I'm pretty sure there's a ProArt board that's really cheap at the moment. Oh, it's gone up. This was, god damn, yeah. Oh, I should have bought some of these. God damn it. I knew I should have bought some. Ah, that sucks. We'll see if there's something different we can use now. That was like the linchpin of my deal, was that you could get it so cheap. Oh, well, that'll be all right. And it's a D4. Where's that from? Is that actually that price? Yeah, all right, we'll take it. I mean, it'll be all right for a 12700, not for a 12900. And then we just need 32 gigs RAM. We're not really going to be able to afford anything fancy, so just the bog standard 32. Well, you can get a kit for 115, so I'm just going to add this one as a placeholder. And then a 1 terabyte SSD as a standard, and you can always increase it if needed. Oh, the M470 is out of stock now as well. That is unfortunate. So let's say we wanted something sort of mid-rangey, or upper mid-range, lower high-end. So we're cooking now, and then we just get the Century 2, and we just get like a half decent case. That's a pretty good price. That'll do the job. Oh, I can't fit a 360 in there, can you? Actually, my mistake. You're away. You're away with a 5070 Ti system for under 1400 quid. You just go back to 12th gen, because the prices have come down quite a lot. You get a motherboard that will do the job, just about. And then I know this says out of stock, but there are kits which I'll show you in the UK section for DDR4. And then you got the rest is all just really good value stuff. So this is quite a stunning price for a capable 5070 Ti system. So this is certainly something worth considering. If you really wanted to ironclad the CPU a little bit more, you just change to the 12900KF. You will need a better motherboard for the 12900. So we'll have to see what's available. You need something with a 10-phase VRM. Only AMD for 1K. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Yeah, of course. There you go. Tomahawk's out of stock. Damn it. I'm sure the Tough must have a 10-phase. Surely. Well, let's assume that it does. Actually, do you know what? I know that the ProArt has a 12-phase. So let's just put the ProArt on. Let's say you wanted to ironclad that. You've only spent another 200 and you're away. So this is I think this is a current meta. i9 or i7 12th gen, cheap 360 cooler. You need if you're going to use the i7, you'll get away with an 8-phase VRM. But if you're going to get an i9, you really want a 10-phase VRM, which you'll get on this Asus ProArt. 32 gigs of alright speed RAM, terabyte SSD, 70 Ti, Lian Li Vector, and an 850-watt Century. This is great. You're going to get a great experience on this system. Yeah, it's a little bit behind, but you're not paying £300 for RAM, so that's saving you a lot of money. So it's up to you which way you do it. And you could get this even lower. You know, let's say you wanted to use a different case, you could save another 20. I think you are pushing it a little bit with your power supply here. Maybe you want to get the 1000-watt Century 2 instead, but it's not that much more money. Another 15 quid, and you're away. This to me, this is the new meta. Until the RAM prices come down, because people aren't going to be buying DDR4 in the same way that they are going to be buying DDR5. So the DDR4 will stabilise at a lower price. So that was my little secret meta. Let's now do some more deal hunting. So hopefully now, if I've saved this page correctly, we should now have the deals for the US should be live here with the links now. So if you scroll down, US Black Friday deals, yes. You might have to like highlight it and then open it in a new tab, but they're all there. Good. All right then. So UK is next. We'll get through this now. We did have somebody that wanted a 1K AMD system. So tricky, but doable. I mean, you can do it. It's just trying to get the best value. So I'm going to put 7500F. I'm going to change this manually to 120 because that's what you can get on AliExpress. And then we're just going to get cheap tower cooler, SE214XT. Oh, come on, SE214XT. There you go, 17 quid. Bish bash bosh. And because the memory is so goddamn expensive, we're just going to really min-max on the motherboard now. So I still want to avoid the B840 and the A620. Let's see what we can get. So that B650 HDV is pretty nice. It doesn't come with any Wi-Fi. So if you need Wi-Fi, you'd have to find a Wi-Fi board. This one has Wi-Fi if you want that. So the B850MX Wi-Fi. So what's the power situation on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So is it 10? It's probably 10 plus 1. Is it 10 plus 1 plus 1? I don't know. Should we have a look? Eight plus 2 plus 1. All right, fine. So I've miscounted. So 8 phases, great. You've got lots of upgradability there. 2 dim board is actually a benefit, I think. I think having 2 slots is actually great. So I think you're going to be fine there. So we'll add that. I'm going to assume you're going to connect with Ethernet. Okay. So memory, we can't be too picky here. So let's see what we can get. I expect 32 gigs are going to be looking at a lot. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. I doubt that this is in stock. I doubt that that's in stock. Yeah, it's not in stock. Okay, that's probably out of stock. We'll have a look. God, this is just this reminds me so much of what it was like when the GPUs were out of stock. Having like Vietnam flashbacks. I'm sure all of these will also be out of stock. That'll be out of stock, 100%. Fury Beast might be all right. Falkenstein, yeah, both of those are great boards. Whichever one you get, you'll be fine. The B650 Eagle has more power delivery, but it won't matter for most AMD systems. I would, if they're the same price, I would get the MSI. That's my 2 cents. There's no way this is in stock. Yeah. I'm not even going to look. That's not in stock, so it's actually 313. Oh, okay. All right. 240. Take it. Best 48 gig DDR5. You're in dreamland, mate. You're in dreamland. Expensive. Expensive is the answer. And then, so I'm pretty sure there's an Acer one that you can get for like 70 quid. Yeah, we'll show this later, but these are 70 quid. So and then how much have we got left? So on 545. So we could get a 9060 XT in there. Do the 16 gig. Unfortunately, you've missed the really good deal if you're in the UK, the £300 one. It's out of stock, but 315 is still pretty decent. And then we'll need a power supply for that. So this is a 3. So we don't need a really fancy one. Is the PL750? Oh, no, the price has gone up. This was really good before. What else have we got? So let's go for minimum 650. So you could get this, but I'm actually going to go with the PL750D because it's just better. It's ATX 3.1, it's more wattage, you've got the 12 volt cable if you need it for an NVIDIA later. So we will hit our price point here, and then what's going to be the best value here? Probably 3000 DF, that's pretty nice for 60 quid. That's going to be hard to beat, so you go with that. So that is sub £1,000 and actually still a really nice PC. So yeah, so whoever it was that asked for a 1K PC, this is in pounds obviously, but but you can use the same principles wherever you are. And then you still have enough room if you needed to get the Wi-Fi board that you could as well. Yeah, Falkenstein, I'll get the MSI then, yeah. So yeah, this is pretty dialed in now for 972. I know the RAM situation's bad, guys, but it's better than having the GPUs low, isn't it? Because this is probably usually like an 85, 90 pound kit. So you're spending 150 quid extra on your PC. So the cost of the PC's gone up by about 12%, thereabouts. So it's not super bad. It's not like you got GPUs that are 20% over their usual price, because the GPU is more expensive, so it will have more of an effect. And some of these other deals are cracking. Like, great CPU for the money, cheap tower core that's going to get the job done, nice quality motherboard for the money. There's lots of wins here, so don't worry too much. You know, you'll remember the good times you have with the PC. You're not going to remember the 150 quid extra you had to spend just for the RAM. It'll be annoying, but what are you going to do? Okay. So, guys, it's time for the UK deals now. Now, obviously, being in the UK, I know the UK deals a lot better than I know the US deals. So I'll find you something good. Okay, so there's some themes that have come up. I've saved some of them in my basket. Oh, I was supposed to order that. Oh well, I'll do it later. Okay. So that's the best 5060 deal. That's the best 5070 deal. That's the second best 5080 deal. That's probably the best 9060 XT deal. I've got most of them saved. So if a customer places an order for a build with that in it, you know. So we'll start with GPUs. I think this is the lowest priced GPU. Unless there have been some more added today. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the best value one. $322. Oh, that's a 960 XT, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start populating my list now. So, unfortunately, you guys have missed out on the MSI Inspire, which was £218, which I thought was a really good deal. But I'm pretty sure they would have run out of stock by now. Ah, hang on a minute. Oh, that's an import. So these were £318, but they've all gone out of stock. I bought 5 of them, so sorry guys. But it was too good to pass up. People like the 50. People do like the 5060. Not enthusiasts, but real people do like the 5060 for some reason. I don't know why. So 5060. That's probably your best one, at least on Amazon. We'll have a look at elsewhere as well. 5070, that's your best deal. Asus Dual, it'll do the job. I'll add that to my list. 5080 Inspire, it's not a great price, but it's decent. Compared to what it has been. And it's a nice looking card as well. So I think Britain's got slightly better deals on graphics than the US. Or maybe it's just that I'm not as good at finding it. Paul says, what do I think of gaming laptops? Well, I'm streaming from a gaming laptop right now. So it's really useful for me because I can do video edits and things on the go. But if you're going to use it as your main system, unless you're somebody that moves around all the time, it's not worth it. So Asus 5070 Dual. Are you in the UK? I'll post it in the chat for you. This is. I don't think the 5070s are going below 450. I'll have a look in a minute, see if there's any better ones. I'll have a quick look now. But I don't think they're going to be lower than that. Yeah, it's Amazon's the cheapest. This is nice. So it's at the RRP for the 9060 XT. But it's a nice model. It's a beautiful card. It looks really nice. You don't need the cooling for a 9060 XT, but it looks sweet as, honestly. So if that's what you're after, this is a good price, 338. There was a Sapphire Pulse 9060 XT, which I bought one of, £300. Absolute bargain. That was a real deal. I'll see if I can find it. I'll need to move this over to my other screen so you don't see my orders. I'll just have a look. God, I've ordered so much stuff from Amazon lately. Jesus. Was it really that long ago? Bloody hell. Yeah, 299. Sapphire Pulse. Oh, this is a cracking deal. Unfortunately, they're all sold out now. So this one was £300. That's unbeatable. That's like a. I saw it and I was like, I'm buying it because it's going to sell out so quick. So, yeah, this is fantastic for that money. But there are some other options. I'm pretty sure there's a Gigabyte one that's a similar price. Let me just add this one to the list. And then we'll see. I'm pretty sure there's a Gigabyte one for 320 or something. Yeah, there it is. Gigabyte Gaming, 320. Still decent price, slight few quid below. So Tanmay, the 9060 XT Nitro Plus doesn't have the 12 volt high power. It just has the 8 pin. Okay, so that's now the cheapest 9060 XT, at least on Amazon. We'll have a look elsewhere in a minute. But I think there's a cheaper one at Box, so we'll have a look in a minute. Right, and then 9070 XT. This is a nice price. It's a triple fan design, 9070 XT. £300 to US dollars. It's something in the region of 350, 360, something like that. So 9070 XT, this is going to do you really nice. I don't think it's going to go much below this at all. So that's GPUs. What about, let's have a look elsewhere for GPUs. Now, AWD don't often shop here, but I bought an RTX 5080 for a really good price here. Well, good for a 5080 anyway. Where is it? I bought it for like 915. Where is it? I think they've taken it off their website. I don't think it was supposed to be there. Let me just see. I'll just load up I'll go on the other screen and load up my emails a second. Right. Let me just see if it comes up. If it doesn't, it means that I wasn't supposed to get it. But they have fulfilled it, in fairness to them. So So guys, I paid 910 for this. They must have made a mistake. That's so funny. I've got to check that I definitely paid that amount. I'm sure I did, because I saw the price. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Hang on. Yeah. Right, hang on. I'll just take a screenshot so you can see it. They must have, they've made a mistake. So just screenshot. So I paid £918 for this 5080, but they've changed it. That was a really good deal, and the wind forces are really nice. I really like them. So do you think? So yeah, Prince says, do you think 9060 XT is worth it with 1440p max settings? Yeah, it depends on the game. I mean, with FSR, you'll be able to do that. Max settings usually isn't very wise. You're better off putting it on high or very high. Don't max it all the way. Like it's diminishing returns most of the time. But yeah, this was a damn good deal. I'm glad I sniped this one. If I had more cash flow, I would have bought a few of them. But I'm surprised they fulfilled it, because they put it back up again now. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. All right. But AWD is more of a system builder. They sell components as well. That's actually a decent amount of money off what it normally is. Their website is awful. It's really bad to get around though. It's so hard to find anything. But that was the only deal I wanted to highlight there. But this, if you wanted this white RGB 9070 XT, it's not a bad price. Probably not worth it, but it's if that's what you want, you can get it. I won't put it in the list though. I don't think it's a very good deal. There's a guy eating a hot dog with a gigabyte thing on CCL, so let's have a look. So what does CCL have? I think CCL are doing all right on GPUs. Should we have a little look? So I know that's a decent amount, but it is a prime, and the primes are quite nice. So you got the same deal as Amazon here for the 450 for the 5070 dual. But guys, I know the 5060 Ti's got 16 gig, but if you're paying 400 for that, you would just pay the 50 to get the 5070, wouldn't you? Slightly worse deal on the 5060 dual. This is actually a good price. This is probably worth paying the extra 10-20 quid over the Asus dual earlier, because these gaming pros are amazing. They're really good. They've really refined it, and it's very quiet and it runs really well. So I will put that in the list. It's not a blinding deal, but it's decent. What else have we got? None of this looks particularly good. Another prime here, 9070 XT 570. Honestly, if you buy this kind of 5080, you need your head looking at. It's like 300 quid over the odds. That's crazy. Yeah, some of these deals aren't quite as good as the other places. So it was only really that palette one that was worth it by the looks of it. That's not a bad price for a B580. That's about standard though. It's not a saving. Yeah. So I'm a little bit underwhelmed by these, not gonna lie. We'll have a look at overclockers. Will probably have some good deals. We'll have a look there actually in a second. New deal drops at 1, 4, 7 and 10 PM. I don't think these are particularly good prices. Alright, so CCL is a bit of a wash. What about overclockers? They do tend to have some... They've improved a lot. They used to be overpriced, but they're a bit better now. They're going to have so much crap though, aren't they, in their lineup. Let's try and narrow this down a little bit. Graphics, motherboard, CPUs, PSUs, RAM. We'll see. Alright then, what have they got GPU wise? 5060, 350, not very good. None of these are particularly good so far. That's quite nice if you want a white 9060 XT. Yeah, it's not lighting my pants on fire. Let's put it that way. So that's got the holiday bundle. So we'll open that and have a look. So does that one. Again, got the same Asus 5060 deal there. That's not a bad price, that Windforce. That's not too bad. R469, probably not as good as the Palette Gaming Pro that we saw, so I'd get that instead. That's, I think, the lowest price I've seen on a 9060 XT 16 gig. There we go. Scrolling. Okay. Oh, got a delivery. 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back. Right, so I just wanted to see, it might not be included in their deals, but I wanted to see what, because the B580 has been a good price on overclockers recently. I think you get it for 210. Looks like it's gone up, but you can get the B570 for 180. So yeah, they had this for 220 recently. I probably should have bought one. But they don't sell very well on the website, the B580s, even though they're pretty good value. No, ditch that one. So this is pretty good. I mean, I think there's a dual fan one for 10 quid cheaper, but if you want Battlefield 6 and you're getting a budget system, this is a no-brainer. This is a B580 for like £180. Because if you're going to buy Battlefield 6 anyway, pretty good, right? I think, you know, for all that we all slag off Intel, but end of the day, if they bring good value, they bring good value. Okay, right. Gonna have some pretzels. Oh yeah. Okay. So I think The best Arc B58 is going to be this one, because you'll get the holiday bundle. That's not too bad for 5070 Ti. So I'll add it in, but not earth-shattering, but it's a little saving. It'd be really nice for AI and LLM actually, 5070 Ti. I think that's probably going to be our best 9060 XT. $315, decent looking, will do the job. I think that's going to be your one. If you're going to get a 9060 XT, that's the one to get. And you can get free delivery through Overclockers. There's a PC part picker code for it. So pretty good. Motherboards, I'm sure they're never very good at. They're always expensive, overclockers for motherboards, so I'm not going to look. So we've got the 265KF with the holiday bundle 278. Got the 12700KF, the £200 that we saw earlier. But these aren't fantastic. That's not a bad price. That's the same on Amazon. That's the lowest I've seen the 9800X3D for a long time. So we'll get that up on Amazon in a minute. I think it's going to have to be the Montech Century 2 for the power supply as well, again, because it's going to be unbeatable. Now, what have they got for memory? G-Skill Royal for... Do you know what? Like, I know it's a lot of money, but in the context of what's going on at the moment, you might want to get that one. Okay, so it looks like they're hitting the £300, aren't they? I don't necessarily need the Black Friday ones, do we? We just need the memory. So DDR5 RAM. Oh, this is just depressing, isn't it? The really big, dense RAM ones have gone up even more than the sort of gaming grade sizes, haven't they? Yeah, that's tough. There's nothing good there. Not ideal. Okay, so let's see what Scan's got. Sometimes they've got some good deals. Yeah, I don't care about it. Can I just have a list of the deals, please? I don't really want to like go through a whole landing page. I just want to see what you've got for me. Oh wow, that's quite a good price. Although it isn't the wood version. Hey, look, guys, there's some real good pricing here. That's normal price, that Eagle AX. Oh, I think they put all their best offers at the top of the page, didn't they? Yeah, they've put all their good deals at the top. But I want to see if that Montec Century 2 deal is still here. It is. Again, £75, a nice 850-watt unit. Dandy says, how's memory pricing affected your business? Are you snapping up any deals you can? So I said, you know, similar to what I said at the start of the stream, I'm sort of grandfathering in at the pricing that I've got on the last 10 kits that I've got. After that, it's going up to market price. So all I do is just increase the price. So the next sort of 9 or 10 people that buy computers from me, they're going to be getting a really good deal because I'm not marking up the RAM. So for like a 32 gig 6000 C30 kit, which is the pretty nice kit for AMD, I'll be charging them the equivalent of about 160, 170 in the parts list. Whereas now that's like over £300. So I am giving people a bit of a deal. But it's going to affect everybody. It's going to put people off buying stuff. I still think if you want to buy or build a PC, just do it now. I don't think this RAM isn't getting. It might not go on for the number of years, but it's not going to be a short-term thing. And it's going to add what, 150 quid to the cost of your PC if it's for gaming. It's a decent amount, but it's not the end of the world. It doesn't make it completely out of reach. So, especially if you take advantage of the other deals that we've been talking about today. You know, like for example, if you're building a 9070 XT system, this is a no-brainer. 75 quid, a fantastic 850 watt power supply. And then a Lian Li A3 black case, 50 quid. That's nice. That's pretty nice. I'm going to add that to the list. So I'm going to put the PSU in the list as well. Montec Century 2. And then we'll put it in the A3 because it's a really nice case. It just, you know, if you wanted the wood accents, then that's not this one, is it? But it's pretty nice. And then if you need like a big tower glass cannon type case, pre-order this. 40 quid. Are you kidding me? That is an absolute bargain. And then Corsair Frame 4000D for 80 quid. Standard stuff really. And then Lancool 217 is a pretty nice case. I don't really like the white, but that's what they've got for you. So that's the standout deal from Scan alongside that really. Their GPUs aren't going to be very well priced, I can tell you that already. All right, so let's get rid of these tabs here and then see if there's any other gems that I can show you. So let's see what I've ordered recently. I think it's not been the best Black Friday, I don't think. Oh, do you want to see what this one must be a glitch. I wonder if they'll fulfill this one. I can't show you my actual order screen because it will dox myself. But there's I got this 16 gig white DDR4 kit for 35 quid, which I thought was quite funny. I think there's no way they're fulfilling that, are they? And then, so if you're on DDR4, there's this NetAC kit, DDR4 3200C16. I think this is the price that it's going to settle at. I think it won't go any higher than this. Yeah, maybe they will file concede. I mean, they fulfilled my Corsair DDR5 6000 C36 at £108, and they fulfilled it, so who knows? So if you're on DDR4, this is a decent kit for, like, it's an inflated price, but it's not going to kill you in the same way that the DDR5 is. Yeah, I know. Well, the RAM, I had an inkling about 6 or 7 weeks ago, because all these sites that we're looking at today they're retail sites. But there's another step in the chain before retail for a lot of these shops called the distributor level. And when the stuff goes up there, it typically will start going up at retail in about 2 or 3 weeks. So I did buy a decent amount of RAM. As soon as that DDR5 went from like £90 to 110, I could taste blood. so I ordered quite a lot, but I've almost run out now. Crazy. So that's the DDR4, and then let me see. There were some storage deals that I think I could probably show you. Hopefully they're still in stock. So this is a pretty good drive, 74 quid. Not too bad. We'll put that in. Yeah, and then they've got the 2 terabyte for 120, so you're all good. And then what other ones have I ordered recently that are quite good? Oh, this is quite good. If you need some case fans, guys. If you need some case fans, let me just copy this. I just need to copy this as an Amazon link. 1 terabyte. Supplier said they couldn't guarantee the quoted price for more than an hour. Well, tell you what, in a minute, I'll show you an email that one of my distributors sent to me yesterday. It was funny. I've not seen anyone send an email like that before. So I bought a couple of these kits of fans. Reverse blade, by the way. $12.99 for a 3-pack of reverse blade RGB fans. That's cheaper than Thermalright. And it says it's got a swappable blade as well. So pretty all right. I'll put that in. But that's the lowest I've seen for some RGB fans in a while. And of course, just like the US, we got the same deals on the ID cooling. This has gone up slightly, actually. I think I got these at 55, so I think the 360s might not be on deal anymore, but the 240s definitely are. Oh, the get link is the affiliate link. Yeah, so it's just it's so that like if you use one of my links from the page that's pinned at the top, I'll get like 1 or 2% of the sale without affecting the price for you. It's like a referral fee. That's all. So even if you don't buy one of my stuff, if you just like use one of my links, then I'll still get a kickback of like 1 or 2%. So that'd be helpful. So 240 AIO. This is kind of unbeatable. I think very classy looking, like we said earlier. Fantastic. And you can rotate the pump head. You can have it so the tubes come out the bottom or the side. It's just really well made. You need a webcam. Well, Falkenstein, are you in a professional environment where you want really good image quality? Or is it just like a basic webcam that you're after? And then there was a good case. Hopefully it's still an offer. Yeah, so £59 is not bad for this case. Pretty nice little micro ATX thing. So yeah. Have you used their LCD version? What of the ID cooling? I've never used ID cooling LCD. No. Yeah, please use my affiliate links. Even if you don't buy the exact things, like let's say you go use one of my affiliate links from the pinned comment. let's say you open that up and then you buy some toilet paper, I still get a little bit of a kickback, so it's worth it. That would be really nice. That's for online class in 1080p. Oh yeah, so what the key thing you really want, Vulcan, is you don't need a posh webcam, you actually just need a light. That's the key thing that you need to have good image quality. So I think 1080p 30, that'll be fine. And it's Ugreen, so it's probably all right. So I'd get that, and then I'd get like some kind of ring light that clamps on the desk. So you want one that you can clamp one onto your laptop like that. Which one did I use before? I used one called, it was quite good, Glow, but I don't know how much they are now. Do they even still make them? It's a bit too expensive, but they are good, the Glows, because they just hook over the top of your laptop if that's what you're using. And it's just nice to have just a dedicated camera, isn't it? You just plug it in. So you could do this, just be careful of your screen. But you know, you don't need, it doesn't need to be fancy. You know, this like 11, this will be fine. The problem is, especially the really cheap webcams, the sensor is really tiny, so it needs more light to create a better image compared to a bigger lens. So that's why the lighting is so important. That's going to be the key thing. So maybe I'll post these in the chat for you if you wanted them to check them out. I mean, it's Amazon, so if you don't like it, you know, don't worry. But so I'd do that. I mean, you could do the thing with a phone, but I just think I just don't want like a hacky solution. I would just want something that's just going to work every time. With the phones, you have to put software on them and stuff, and I'm not really into that kind of thing. So this would be a good little duo. But the good thing about the Litra is it doesn't clamp like the others. It just sort of sits on the top. So if you wanted it, you could try it. You could wait for a warehouse deal on it as well. Those would be things to look at. But yeah, the light is the most important thing. I don't even know if you're UK based, I don't know. But these are just ideas for you that you can save. Yeah. I mean, you might even want to just get the light and then see how that affects your webcam laptop, because it might be enough with a good light. That's the key thing. You'd be amazed how much of a difference it makes. Right. So what else have I got saved in here? Not a lot. Not a lot. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we can look for. We can have a look on Part Picker, but we've already looked for CPUs. We will look for coolers. If you're building a micro ATX system, I think this is probably the best price to performance motherboard you can get on micro ATX at the moment. It's not a Black Friday deal, it's just generally a good price for a really strong motherboard. So and yeah, like Tanmay says, if you can change the tone of the light, you can make it slightly warmer. Sometimes that's a bit more flattering, which is cool. And the other thing, if you're really into if you're doing teaching and things like that, look into using the OBS virtual camera, and you could. So, for example, see the stream that I've got set up now. I've got the picture in the corner. I've got the browser up and everything like that. You can use the virtual camera in OBS, and it will turn this video feed, like for instance this stream, into a fake webcam which your Zoom or Teams or whatever can pick up, and it will use your video feed and think it's a webcam, so you can like present through a presentation whilst having you in the corner. It's good. That's something to look into if you want to level up your teaching. Right. What else is good UK wise? I don't know really. We've showed a lot of it already. I think your main savings are going to come from GPU and cooling. Those are going to be the best ways, and then don't overspend on your motherboard. And consider that Intel with DDR4 as a bit of a workaround. That's what I'd be looking at right now. Fab. All right. So does anyone in the chat have any more sort of questions or advice that they need? Because I'll probably sign off in a minute, actually. Been going for a decent while. And next time we will be back with some PC builds. For sure. I want to try and do the PC builds on a Saturday stream. That's quite fun. But I don't have any to build at the moment. I might have one, actually. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow. See how the day goes. I'm actually meeting up with my friend tomorrow to see if we can get together the money to buy like a paddle tennis court centre and set one up. Because we think it could be really profitable. Okay. Well, listen, guys. If there's nothing else, I'll go. I'm just gonna, before I go, I'll update the link so that we have all the deals on it. Then you can use that as a reference point. So, just going to get the... And if anyone in the chat is in the UK and you want a 7800 X3D at a good price, let me know. I can get it to you for a good price, but I have to sell it as a bundle because it's an OEM chip. I can't sell them individually. I can only sell them as part of a bundle. And let's just get that FX240 as well. I'm just updating the website with the links. Right, got that. So I just need to put that case deal in, don't we? Right, and we'll put the GPU deals. It really seems like the only place you're saving money this year is GPUs, and it's not even that good. It's like an alright, okay-ish discount, but... Yeah, all right. So I've just updated the page with the ones we talked about today. In case anyone's interested, go and have a look. Yeah. Yeah, great. Right, so let's get the page up. Just make sure that it's definitely refreshed and ready. And don't forget that we've got PCs at good prices as well. So if you've got a friend that needs a PC, then send them over because the pricing is going to be really good for the next like 8 builds I do before everything goes up. So we've got UK deals, we've got some US deals there. So yeah, we're linked up in the pinned comment there, and I'll just paste that link again so that if anyone's coming back on the stream later, we'll be able to see the link to the deals. So not a huge number, guys, unfortunately. It's a bit of a damp one this year. Not too surprised, but if you min-max and save the little bits on everything, you'll offset a lot of the RAM problems. So that's my way of looking at it. All right, we're gonna sign off now, guys. Thanks for joining. PC building on the next stream for sure. For sure. All right, have a nice day, everybody.